Hello there, and welcome back to Mr. Larrie. Today's episode is very special. I have been filming this for months, and I think it's gonna pay off. I'd also like to send a huge thank you to Joann stores for sponsoring today's episode. And thank you for making crafting and making and DIYing a lot easier for people like me by having pretty much everything we need. Today's episode is dedicated to one big craft, which is this year's Halloween costume. Well, one of them. Comment down below if you've ever had more than one Halloween costume in a year. I feel like that's really common lately, because you have so many good ideas, you want to get them all out and take pictures of all of them. This project existed in my head for some time, and then I was able to put it on paper, and now I'm bringing it to life in a beautiful selection of fabrics that I picked up at Joann. Now, I've given you guys hints about what this is for the past however long, and this is what I'll be aiming for. By the way, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that. What you waiting for? And hit the bell button for notifications on all of my latest videos. Also, be sure to follow me over on Instagram and TikTok at Mr.Larrie. I just hit 20,000 followers on TikTok, and so I hope y'all make it here. Yes, so we have some crafting to do. I don't have 3 things for you today, but I will be sharing 3 different phases of the project with you, starting from the moment that I sketched this thing out, and then finally, hopefully, today, the completion of this beautiful, fabulous, divine costume, if I do say so myself. Let me know in the comments if you're a cosplayer or if you've ever had an interest in cosplaying, because that's really where this all stems from. I've done a little bit of cosplay, mostly through Halloween and stuff, but a couple of times it wasn't Halloween. And I really have a lot of fun with it, but I haven't been able to dedicate quite so much energy to any single costume as I have this one. Now, I love dressing up as existing characters, but today's today's costume is based on sort of an archaic, generic character of a wizard, sorcerer, warlock, mage that I've invented. I wanted this costume to be versatile, which makes it sound a little strange given that it's so specific. But I do think there will be versatility. I do think I could use this for several different characters or different costumes. I don't know, I just want to make it something that has a lasting impression. So y'all can let me know if that works or not by liking and commenting and sharing this video. So let's get into it. I'm gonna start with the beginning. Okay, so my initial idea for this costume was to create a wizard cloak that had a really intricate belt or belts, and just lots of stars and sparklies and like, I don't know, I wanted it to feel very like purple and gold and like black, because I wanted it to feel kind of timeless and kind of ancient, but also sort of otherworldly. So this is sort of where I ended up with my idea. I don't know if you guys can see this on your screen or not. So I started out with this drawing of myself because I wanted to get a good idea of the way that the fabric is going to move around my body and the proportions of everything, so that I could see where some of the details will go. You guys probably have found that I really enjoy doing this sort of pieced together surface technique, where it's sort of like quilted pieces of fabric that are formed to accentuate the curvatures of the body or lack thereof. And I borrow a lot of those elements from places like Star Trek. Costume designer Gersha Phillips does all of these wonderful, amazing structured garments. I like to borrow those little military style elements when it comes to paneling and stuff on the costumes. I'm building in some belts that are made of a couple of different fabric. I am gonna make a staff. I have this because, okay, I'm a large man. Thank you. And a little wand is fantastic, and I do want one, and I do live near Universal, and I am gonna make that happen. But I think that something more substantial, maybe with like a cool orb or something on top, would be more fitting for this dramatic costume. I don't know. I want a big stick. In my sketch, I have this sort of traditional looking witch hat. I don't know if I'm gonna make the hat or not. We'll see. And I know that I have to line it. Any sort of big, voluminous, dramatic garment like this has to be lined. Oh, how's it gonna swish? How's it gonna swish? And there's like a lot of other design details and things that I'm gonna figure out along the way. I'm not a fashion designer. I should just point that out. I've not gone to school for this. I don't have any experience with this other than what I've done here in this little room and the stuff that I've just sort of made on my own. So it has been fun figuring things out. So if I use the wrong words, if I am doing something wrong or in a way that seems really weird, my business. So that was sort of the design phase. Now I sketched it out, I colored it in. I think I found the fabrics first, and then I designed around them so that I knew exactly what I was going to be working with. And then I began to gather my materials. From there, I used a mannequin form that I made to match my body and started sort of piecing fabric on it to try and bring this thing to life. I drafted this costume by using a top that I had modeled for myself that's just sort of like a generic top, and then I pieced it together to create the panels that I stitched out of different fabrics. That left me with this long robe jacket sort of thing that just incorporated all the fabrics I wanted to use, but now I need to give it some structure and tie it all together, literally. So this belt piece is sort of a central piece to the whole garment. And it's going to be paired with this bright gold belt that I'm going to wrap all the way around. So I've been working on this costume for a little bit, and I kind of have the major direction of where I'm going with it, but I definitely have a lot of work to do left. So I'm just going to show you where I am right now. Okay, so this is my idea of this wizard cloak. I have this really intricate belt that I'm trying to make, and so that's going to like sort of cinch in the waist, like right around here, which I think is going to look really cool and sort of like mysterious and stuff. And then of course this wonderful display of fabrics, all of which I found at Joann. I just kind of sort of mixed and matched to see which ones would work best. But like I said, there's a lot of work left to do. I have to line this thing. I don't know if that's gonna be gold or black or purple or I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. That's the whole point of this. Didn't I used to have a joke on here? Is what finished? Oh, the costume! Look, 90%. Would I intentionally leave a portion of the costume incomplete to force you on a TikTok to see the final reveal? How dare you? Sir, please leave the premises. there are just a handful of things left to do on this beautiful costume that I am not ashamed to call beautiful, because it represents a lot of hard work. And I hope that you can see some of that in the details when I do reveal it to you, which has to be in some big dramatic way, right? So stay tuned and I will share every inch of the costume with you at that point, and I'll let you guys know probably in the next week or so. I'm not gonna make you wait too long because I am very, very proud of it and I can't wait for you to see it. I have to hem it, and I have to make a clasp for the belt, and just a couple of other little tiny things that I just cannot get to right now because I've got so much candy to eat. Nutri-Grain bar. I hope that you enjoyed seeing the process of making this costume and that you will enjoy the payoff even more when I share that with you. And I'd like to send one more big thank you to Joann for sponsoring today's episode and for really helping me bring this costume together. I mean, it's beautiful. It's just so close. What costumes are you getting ready for this year's Halloween? Let me know in the comments, and of course, share your work with me over on Instagram and TikTok, and I will see you guys very soon. Stay safe and stay crafty.